Welcome to Law Hooking for May. It's wonderful to see this group of people, and we're going to begin in a little bit. This is really a kind of like hang back and receive kind of practice, right? So, you can keep your screen off, you can lay down. Yes, and I want to, just say thank you, Elle, for modeling such beautiful laying down. It's perfect. So, basically, I'm going to run through this whole sadhana. The purpose of law hooking, for those who may have never encountered it, is it is a practice that is meant to kind of recollect all of the dispersed energy of the elements and vital life force that gets lost over time, right? And this gets lost over all sorts of things like illness, stress, anxiety, exhaustion. So for anybody who is feeling any of those things, which, no judgment, we live in a crazy world. This is really meant to kind of bring back or hook or transfix all of the depleted energy and bring it back. And as per the tradition, like Vajrayana tradition, there's a little language about subjugating death and this kind of stuff. And so we're going to do a little bit of that too, right? We're gonna take it to the man, as it were, to get some energy back. So I will put the screen up. I'm sorry, the text up on the screen, and then I'm going to actually close the box. So I'm not going to be able to see anybody. So, which is good too. And we'll begin with refuge and bodhicitta, but this whole thing is about really just relaxing. So you don't have to sit up and say this aloud with me. You can just sit back, relax, and as I say this, you can align your intention with taking refuge, right, and generating bodhicitta. So if you want to, you can visualize above you or in your heart or filling the space around you, all of the Buddhas or any Buddha of the 3 times in 10 directions, whatever feels good. If you want to bring a whole bunch, Buddha Shakyamuni, Aryatara, Medicine Buddha, feel free, bring Vajrayogini, you can bring Yuthok, you can bring whomever you like, right? Mahakala, Shangwan Mahakala, all the Dakinis, right? So we're going to be calling, the Pema Dakinis from the west, and the Buddha Dakini from the central areas, Blue Dakini, the Karma Dakinis from the north, and the Vajra Dakinis from the east, and the Ratna Dakini, the Jewel Dakini from the south. So you'll see. But you can bring all the Dakinis right now too, if you like. And Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until enlightenment, we take refuge in you. Through our merit of generosity and so on, may we attain Buddhahood for the good of all sentient beings. Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Until enlightenment, we take refuge in you. Through our merit of generosity and so on, may we attain Buddhahood for the good of all sentient beings. Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Until enlightenment, we take refuge in you. Through our merit of generosity and so on, may we attain Buddhahood for the good of all sentient beings. And if it's helpful, you can imagine that all of the Buddhas, or whomever you invited, for refuge, that they rejoice in your having taken refuge and develop this, heart of bodhicitta. So this heart of bodhicitta is this, compassionate imperative around which we are choosing to not only just liberate ourselves, but liberate all sentient beings. And so this begins with this visualization of ourselves as a form of Hayagriva, known as long life Hayagriva, and Vajravarahi, Dorjapamo. And so typically Vajravarahi is red and Hayagriva is red. Here, Hayagriva is red, and this form of Dorjapamo or Vajravarahi is blue, right? And if you see, Hayagriva is holding in their right hand a drikuk or curved knife, and in their left, this nectar vase. And then similarly, Vajravarahi is holding a datar arrow that has a mirror or melang, right, in their right hand, and then a nectar vase in their left, right? And they're embracing one another, right? Which means they're in union, right? Which means, essentially that there's no separation between the two of them, right? There's this kind of union. Right? And so you can visualize yourself as Hayagriva or Vajravarahi. And if the visualization is hard, that's okay. Have a felt sense of their presence being directly either within you, it could be within your heart, could be right above the crown of your head, or it could be in the space around you. And we're going to recite this mantra as a way of kind of bringing back, essentially kind of invoking Hayagriva and Dorjapama, or Hayagriva and Vajravarahi. And I will recite this 7 times. So again, you can just hang back and relax if you like, and just, feel this or not, and participate. So, Om Ahum Bazar Maha Guru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hum Om Ahum Svaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tam Hri Mahari Nisa Sita Ring Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Bam Za Hum Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hum Brom Nri Za Om Ahum Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hum Om Ahum Svaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tam Shri Mahari Nisa Sita Ring Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hum Pam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hum Brum Ni Za Om Ahung Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hung Om Ahung Swaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tam Re Mahari Nisi Sita Ring Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hung Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hung Brum Ni Za Om Ahung Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hum Om Ahum Svaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tam Shri Mahani Ri Ni Sa Sita Ring Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hum Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hum Brum Ni Za Om Ahung Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hung Om Ahung Svaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tam Shri Mahari Nisa Sita Ring Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hung Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hung Brum Rinza Om Ahung Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hung Om Ahung Swaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Dam Hri Mahari Nisa Sita Ring Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hung Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hung Brum Niza Om Ahung Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hung Om Ahung Svaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tam Shri Mahari Nisa Sita Ring Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hong Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hong Brum Neza Om Hong Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hong Om Hong Swaha Mum Lam Bam Bam Tap Re Ma Hari Misa Sita Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hong Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hum Brahmniza. One last time. Om Ahom Bazar Mahaguru Sarva Guna Siddhi Hum. Om Ahom Swaha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tap Re Ma Hari Nisa Sita Ring Sarva Siddhi Samaya Za Hung Bam Ho Bazar Ayushe Hum Brahmniza. And so, having heard or recited, depending on whatever happened for you, imagine that either you or there's this felt sense of being this energy of Tamdrin or Hayagriva with Vajravarahi in union, very powerful. And in this union of both of these deities, Hayagriva and Vajravarahi, will help us to hook back, collect, right, retain all of the energy, the life force, the essence, right, that has been lost over time. And so imagine, again, as best you can, Hayagriva and Vajravarahi surrounded by this assembly of deities, this supreme emanation of all of these messengers, indefinite color. All of them are ornamented in silks and jewels. And they show up to bring benefit, right? They show up to bring benefit for everyone here. Each one holds a lifespan hooking hook and the longevity vases and arrows, these datar arrows, right, tied with silk ribbons, with melons. And they pervade everywhere in every direction, every cardinal direction. So north, south, east, west, and every intercardinal direction. Right? So northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, but then also above and below, right? And in every cardinal direction above and below as well. So they completely fill the space wherever you are. Right? So take a moment to really feel into how pregnant space is. All of these divinities, right? All of these beings who are here to help gather back all lost life force, all depleted energy are going to be, all this is going to be pulled back, bringing back the essence of all of the elements, right? So earth, water, fire, air, and space, all of this will come back. It will help your bones. It will help all the fluids in your body. It will help consciousness and your experience of consciousness. It will help thought activity. It'll help your emotional body. All of this will come together in this way. Right? So visualize it. All of these beings are here pervading in every direction innumerably. And having imagined that, imagine that the collected lifespan of the 3,000-fold world system without exception, right? Meaning huge, right? These three realms, the three levels of existence, of the threefold different kinds of beings, these worldly gods, demons, and humans, especially one's own life force and lifespan wandering about. All of this has been hooked back by means of the syllable ni. Right? And so imagine that these deities all begin to hook back all of this life force. They have in their hands these lifespan hooking hooks, longevity vases, and arrows tied with ribbons. And so right now, begin to imagine that they are hooking back all of this life force, every kind of way, and really feel into how this manifests for you. Bringing back vitality, bringing back health, bringing back resilience, calling back the elements, right? All of the elements, calling back restfulness, calling back flexibility, calling back joy and love and compassion. Everything that you need, not only to care for yourself, obviously, but to care for your loved ones, your community, to care for one another here, to care for one another in the world, to care for the environment, to care for space itself, to care for unseen beings, right? Beings that we don't necessarily always perceive, to care for Bardo beings, so beings who are in the Bardo right now, who have passed away, who have yet to take re-arisal, reform another incarnation. And imagine that all of this dissolves back into you, right? Dissolving right into your heart center. Right? And you obtain the city of deathlessness, right? The city. So city is a Sanskrit term for power, right? So that as you visualize all this, and you can visualize this like light dissolving into you, or like snowflakes melting into you, or colors, or even if you're skilled with sound, you can imagine that frequencies of sound are coming, right, to return to heal your body, right, to heal you back to, we could say, your original state, dynamic, free, open, lush, resourced, powerful, etc. And then imagine that this rainbow light enters down through the crown of your head, blessing you with the city of deathlessness. Giving yourself the permission to live for a long, 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 long time. And that in this long life, this is a life of generosity, a life of wisdom, a life of compassion, a life of deep-seated resilience and power, and the ability to bring exactly the appropriate support and change and power, whatever is needed for all beings. To really kind of have a sense of all of this dissolving into you, filling you completely, filling you with no holding back. Right? Allow yourself to drink from this pool of resourcefulness, of healing, of reorienting, of recalibrating. And then imagine that in the space right in front of you, this blue Vajradakini arises. And she's surrounded by all of these other blue Vajradakinis, and they look like they're dancing in space. And they hold in one hand iron hooks, and in the other hand, a dark blue vase or vase. And they fill all of the space around you. And so the room becomes almost blue because there's so many of these Vajradakinis that, having come forth at this time, along with their emanations, secondary emanations, and the entirety of their retinue, will conduct pacifying actions. We ask them to please fulfill your pledges. Please continue to benefit beings like you pledged. Right? Long ago, you made a promise, and this promise was to pacify, right? To bring this energy of pacification to whatever is going on. Hook back the lifespan in the eastern and southeastern directions. Crush into dust the demonic emissaries of the Lord of Death. Chop into pieces the heads of the worldly gods and demons who cut the vital life force. Cut the red life channels of the executioner spirits who take away the breath. Hook back now the wandering life force and lifespan for everybody here. And imagine that these blue Vajradakinis fly around space, and with their hooks, they hook back the life force from the edge of the universe. And you can even imagine them traveling to the edge of the universe, if you like, all the way to the very, very edge. And they bring back in one hand this hooked back life force, and then in the other hand, these dark blue nectar vases filled with the Amrita, or the Ditsi, the nectar of deathlessness, right? Of deathlessness manifested through pacification. And so these Vajradakinis pacify, right? They make peace, right? They settle. So this energy of settling, right? And let this energy fill your body, right? Bringing peace, the pacification of illness, the pacification of anxiety, the pacification of exhaustion or feeling depleted, pacification of hot emotions, the pacification of the way that we experience all of the 6 realms of samsara, pacifying the depletion of life force, the way we arise as gods or demigods or humans, animals, hungry ghosts, or hell beings. And imagine that they're pulling this back, bringing, and they begin to pour their nectar vases, and your body fills completely with this blue light. Blue healing nectar, filling you completely, restoring you completely, restoring you on a cellular level, restoring your neurological body, your emotional body, your spiritual body. And really allow this to fill you from your toes all the way to the top of your head. Right? And really make use of your imagination. Make this feel not only as authentic to you, right? So you can tailor the visualization so that it feels authentic, but so that it feels powerful, right? You are powerful. And these Vajradakinis are so powerful. This combination together can definitely hook back your life force, your vitality, etc. Chop into pieces the heads of the worldly gods and demons who cut the vital life force. Crush into dust the demonic emissaries of the Lord of Death. Cut the red life channels of the executioner spirits who take away the breath. Hook back now the wandering life force and the lifespan of everyone gathered here. Imagine this blue light dissolves into you. Then imagine that from space itself, these yellow Ratna dakinis, jewel dakinis, holding iron hooks in one hand and golden vases in the other. They come forth this time with their emanations and secondary emanations and all of their retinue who conduct increasing actions. Ratna energy. Ask them to fulfill their pledges. That in times past, these Ratna dakinis made this pledge to increase, to enrich. Imagine that these yellow, golden Ratna dakinis come, Rinchen Kanjoma, and they hook back the lifespan from the southern direction and the southwestern directions. Here they come, yellow, bringing this quality of increasing, right? Increasing power, increasing strength, increasing vitality, increasing life force, increasing health, increasing well-being, increasing all of these things, right? So imagine that these Ratna dakinis come and this yellow light begins to dissolve into you, and that these Ratna dakinis move from the edge of the universe all the way to wherever you are right now, bringing this energy of increase, completely resourcing your body, crushing to dust the demonic emissaries of the Lord of Death, chopping into pieces the heads of all of the worldly gods and demons who cut the vital life force. And these yellow Ratna dakinis cut the red life channels of the executioner spirits who take away the breath. Hook back now the wandering life force and lifespan of everyone gathered here, wherever they are. And imagine that the room that you're in is filled, teeming with all of these yellow Ratna dakinis, increasing, and feel everything increasing. This experience of restoration, right? Restorative healing. And so really feeling into all of the Ratna dakinis. And again, these yellow light rays, or could even be the yellow snowflake kind of effect, all of these things dissolving into you, increasing all of your abilities, increasing health, increasing well-being, increasing life force, increasing lifespan. And then as you lay there or sit there, imagine that an army of red Pema dakinis or Pema Khandro, these lotus dakinis, they come from the very edge of the universe to where you are right now, holding iron hooks in one hand and copper vases in the other. And they come forth at this time along with their emissaries, their emanations, secondary emanations, and their retinues who conduct controlling actions. And so they control, they apply force and direction where force and direction is needed. And we ask these Pema dakinis, these Pema Khandros, to fulfill your pledges. Please, please come. Please fulfill the pledges that you made a long time ago, Pema dakinis. your red color. Hook back the lifespan from the western and northwestern directions. Crush to dust the demonic emissaries of the Lord of Death. Chop into pieces the heads of the worldly gods and demons who cut the vital life force. Cut the red life channels of the executioner spirits who take away breath. Hook back now the wandering life force and lifespan of everyone gathered here. And imagine that these Pema move from the edge of the universe all the way here. And with their controlling energy, right? Their active energy, the application of force. They hook back all of this lifespan, all of this energy from the edge of the universe and deliver it directly to your body. Right? Exactly where it needs to go. You can imagine that your body fills up with this red light from all of the Pema. And in the essence of the Pema, this enlightened, controlling action, it completely fills you from your feet all the way to the crown of your head. And these Pemacandros dissolve right into your heart center, blessing you, filling you, resourcing you, giving you the strength you need, the wisdom you need, the power you need, restoring life force, restoring lifespan, blessing you with the city of deathlessness. And allow yourself to just receive as these Pemadikinis, these loving Pemadikinis come and they continue to heal and to make profound change for your body, for your emotional body, etc. And then imagine with these karma dakinis or action dakinis, lay kandro, right, who are green in color. They hold iron hooks in one hand and turquoise vases in the other. And they come forth at this time along with their emanations and secondary emanations and their retinues that control wrathful actions. Right? Apply even more force where more force is needed to fulfill your pledges. And imagine that these green karma dakinis come from the very edge of the universe right to where you are. A multitude of them just coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And then they come to hook back the lifespan from the northern and northeastern directions, to crush to dust the demonic emissaries of the Lord of Death, to chop into pieces the heads of all the devas, the samsaric devas and demigods and demons who cut the vital life force. And we ask that these karma dakinis cut the red life channels of the executioner spirits who take away the breath. And these karma dakinis come to hook back all of the wandering life force and lifespan of everyone gathered here. And take a moment to feel this energy, right? This wrathful energy that all of these green karma dakinis bring, right? Skillful force, completely obliterating obstacles that impact your health, completely obliterating obstacles that make impediments or cause impediments for your well-being, completely destroying impediments to emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, and well-being. And if you want to, you can imagine that these karma dakinis flow into your body and like an army, they completely obliterate and destroy obstacles, every kind of obstacle that you can imagine. And take a little bit of time to really feel into and imagine as per you, right, what that is like. And as these karma dakinis create war within your body, right? Eliminating everything that is to be eliminated by force, that they do so with love, they do so with gentleness, they do so with only the wisdom that dakinis have. This essence of Rigpa, this awareness, moving surgically almost to remove blockage, to remove strain, to remove places where harm pools within the body, physically, emotionally, spiritually, etc. And you can imagine these rays of green light from the edge of the universe melting directly into you, blessing your body, blessing it, blessing it, blessing it, giving it all of the strength it needs. And really rest into this feeling. And then, as best you can, imagine that Hayagriva and Vajravrahi return to the space right above you. Remembering that Hayagriva is red. In this particular form, Vajravrahi or Dojapamo is blue. And Hayagriva holds a curved knife in their right hand and this nectar vase in their left. And Vajravrahi holds in her right hand a datar, this arrow with these silks, and a melong or mirror. And in their left hand, they hold a nectar vase. And it's surrounding them are the Vajradakinis, these blue Vajradakinis. And so you can imagine that the space inside the room holds Hayagriva and Vajravrahi, but then also all of the blue Vajradakinis. So invite the blue Vajradakinis, as well as the yellow Ratnadakinis, as well as the red Hamadakinis, and the green Karmadakinis. And imagine that the room you're in completely fills, it's vibrating, right, with all of this support, all of this love, all of this nurturing Dakini energy. And that the Vajradakinis bless you with blue light. And the Ratnadakinis bless you with yellow light. And the Pemadakinis bless you with red light. And the Karmadakinis bless you with green light. And that Hayagriva and Vajravrahi bless you with this combined blue and red light. And all of this light dissolves into you. And as it does, all of these energies, pacification, the enriching, the controlling, and the subjugating, all of these forces come together, the four karmas, as they're known, come together to support you, to give you what you need right now. Imagining that all of the life force, all of the lifespan is hooked back from every single direction, the four cardinal directions and the intercardinal directions, as well as above and below. From every direction, from the edge of the universe, these dakinis come and come and come and come, and they're bringing back all of this life force, bringing it back, bringing it, bringing it, bringing it, bringing it, blessing you, blessing you, blessing you, blessing you, filling you, filling you, filling you, resourcing you, healing you, giving what you need, giving you what you need. Allow yourself to receive right now what it is that you need. And you can imagine that from the top of your head all the way down to your feet, deep within your body, from your bones, your vital organs, even on a cellular level or a neurological level, that all of this life force returns. You're filled with vitality, you're filled with strength, you're filled with resilience, you're filled with flexibility, you're filled also with ease, relaxation, the kind of ease and relaxation that's needed to be able to rest into the natural state, right? To recognize the nature of mind, to be able to experience awakening for self and other, for your community, for the world system, for the universe. And then you can imagine that from the edge of the universe itself, the very essence of the elements also return. And they too are hooked back. The element of earth is hooked back and dissolves into your body, healing and purifying your bones and your sense of stability and gravity and mass. That from the edge of the universe itself, the element of water is hooked back. And feel the blessings of the element of water, fluidity, movement, dynamism. Right? And allow yourself to feel the blessings of having a sense of equilibrium with respect to both the earth and the water element, totally balanced. And that from the edge of space and time, the fire element is hooked back. And this comes back into your body in the form of digestive heat and strength. The warmth of your blood, all of this rebalanced. So that equilibrium now exists between earth, water, and fire in your body. And then imagine that from the edge of the universe itself, the element of air is hooked back. Bringing balance and restoration to very subtle aspects of mind and consciousness. Very fine processes that happen both biologically, but also emotionally, spiritually. And then at this point, there is a complete equilibrium between the elements of earth, water, fire, and air. And then imagine again that this element of space itself is hooked back, right? And feel the experience of space, spaciousness, awareness, right? This experience of Mahamudra or Ati Yoga, the essence of Rigpa itself, dissolves into you. And at this point, your body is completely blessed with the equilibrium of earth, water, fire, air, and space, totally restored to the natural state. And as you relax in this totally restored, free, easy state, try to imagine Hayagriva and Vajravarahi floating in space directly above you. And the 4 classes of dakinis standing guard in the 4 directions. Vajradakini, the blue Vajradakinis, the yellow Ratna dakinis, the red Pamadakinis, and the green Karma dakinis, all standing guard with their emanations and secondary emanations and entourages, forming an encampment of health, an encampment of ease, an encampment of restoration and equilibrium, of balance, sacred balance. And allow your body to completely relax. Take some time to feel all of the balance and to have confidence that all of the emissaries of the Lord of Death have been driven away, that all of the devas, the samsaric devas and demigods and malevolent forces that cut the vital life force have been banished, and that all of the executioner spirits who take away breath have also been banished. And that all of the wandering life force, all of the lifespan, all of the vitality, all of the energy that is yours, that you were born with, has been restored. It's been restored and it's protected. Restored and protected. Really rest into this sense, stilled sense. And in this way, allow yourself to rest naturally and at ease in the natural state. Let your breath be natural. Let your body completely relax. Let your mind be open, free, and vast. Let go of the past. Try not to entertain the future. Release any attachment to the present. Let go of control. Let go of effort and relax. Let yourself rest into this natural resourcing. You have everything you need. You are everything you need. Your Buddha nature is not theoretical. Your Buddha nature is evident. Your power is evident. Your wisdom is present. Your compassion is endless. You have all of the enlightened qualities necessary to complete the Dharma path. You have everything you need. And very slowly, take a moment to open your eyes and orient to where you are. But without moving too much, don't move. Just allow yourself to still feel the presence of Hayagriva and Vajrabrahi. Still feel the presence of all the Vajradakinis, blue in color, all the Ratnadakinis that are yellow, all of the Pemadakinis that are red, all of the Karmadakinis that are green. And in this moment, in your own private way, ask of them for whatever additional support you may need right now. If you'd like, you can ask them to always walk with you, to journey with you, or to come visit you while you sleep, to provide strength and wisdom and healing, insight, whatever it is that you need right now. Not only do they listen, they comply. They are here for you. Let them be here for you. Don't hold back. Let them be here for you. And then slowly, we can gently dedicate the merit. By this merit, may we quickly achieve the state of Hayagriva and Vajrabrahi. And through this, may all beings be placed on this level. May all beings continue to experience the restoration of life force and lifespan through the blessings of Hayagriva, through the blessings of the entire army and entourage of Vajradakinis, through the entire army and entourage of Ratnadakinis, through the entire army and entourage of Pemadakinis, the entire army and entourage of Karmadakinis. May the five elements in their pure form bless our bodies so that we are free of every kind of imbalance. And so that we may be able to be in direct relationship to these five elements in every way that they manifest. So we can have relationships of skill, wisdom, compassion, ease, fluidity with the Dakinis, with the elements, with Father Hayagriva and Mother Vajrabrahi. And may all practitioners be resourced. May all obstructors be resourced. May all harm doers be resourced. May all who experience lack and harm be resourced. May everybody who is unjustly harmed be resourced. May those with hate in their hearts be resourced. May all of the brokenness and samsara become whole and imbued with resourcefulness. May natural arising peace well up in the hearts of all beings. And may the elements themselves, all 5 of them, help resource this planet so that we can continue to do the work that we have all made vows to do. May Mother Earth continue to support us. May the element of earth support us. May the element of water support us. The element of fire support us. The element of air support us, and space itself support us. And may each one of you all gathered here this evening be supported in every moment, with every heartbeat, with every inhalation and exhalation. May you have what you need. And may that never end. Take really, really, really good care of yourselves, everybody. You are so important, each one of you. Yeah. Take very good care. Be well, sleep well, have lovely dreams. I'll see you soon.